Hey, how's it going? I'm just out here in my improvised workshop. Well, to be honest, it's a double garage, but we make it work. And just pondering the next stage of my blade making journey, as it were. If you like a bit of pondering like me, have a look at my little video I made, a short movie about nothing. Anyway, moving on. I came across this little relic. Little wee folding knife. Quite simple, brilliant little blade. Got it years ago when I was humping packs and doing all that sort of stuff, and weight was a bit of an issue. Stainless Sheffield, if you can read that. I might do a close-up, don't know. But anyway, I thought I would do something I've been putting off for quite a while for a number of reasons. Generally I thought it was too much work or too hard, but no, I'm going to give it a crack. I think we're going to make a folding knife. So I got on the CAD, come up with a few designs, came up with one that I think I like, and I'll give that a go. So this is it. Let's get on with it. So that's the basic blade shape that I like. I don't know if you can see that clearly because the sun's streaming in, but it's pretty good for a blind old guy like me, but probably not so good for the video. But that's the blade, that's what I like. So I went from there and I sort of roughed out a bit of a handle and a spring system. Going to put a spring in here and another one at the back, that's the idea. So I've cut out the blade, I've cut out the handle, put it on this hunk of wood, get that in the middle, there we go, something like that. Line up that there. I'm not sure what they call it, I think it's an interlock, but I could be wrong on that. Get that there, rough enough. That'll go there, that little thing will lift up, swivel around and lock her in. Nice. That's the plan anyway, so let's see what we can do. Never done it before, so I might have to do one or two to get it right, but we'll start with that. So I'm going to start with this 1084, glue my pattern to it, and rock on. So now we'll get into the business end of things, and let's get the ball rolling. yeah, I've roughed out the blade. Now I'm going to work on the end that turns and pivots and holds it in. So I've got my array of files here. I'm going to try and make it as accurately as I can, because I'm figuring that's quite important. So here goes. What I'm thinking I need to do, if you can see all that, there we are, that's better. I think I need to get that side there the same as it is from there to there, and the hole to there. Make that exactly the same. And we should be not too bad. Bit hard to get a camera angle right, but I'm giving that the best shot I can. Can't beat a chainsaw file for getting into little wee tight corners like this. This one is well used and abused. Use it for everything. I've got two of them actually. One's quite a little bit narrower. Don't need it right now, so we will proceed. If I could only have two files in the world, I would have a 12-inch half-round file and one of these chainsaw files. Of course, I'll come back and tidy all this up and polish it up later, but for now, just roughing out the shape. Righto, that there I'm pretty sure is going to be crucial. So I'll take my time, get it as close as I can. What I'm aiming to do is make the actual blade. Could be the wrong process, but that's how I'm going to try it. Like I say, I've never done this before. I'm going to make the blade, and then this piece here I'm going to shape to fit. So hopefully I can get it, hopefully that's in focus, I can get it exactly a fitting, perfectly fitting. And what I'm going to do is leave all the outside here and trim that up once I've got it all fitted in. Best laid plans, of course. Try and keep that straight so I don't go offline. But like I say, I'll make the other bit to suit whatever I get here. It's getting there. Don't know where there is exactly at the minute, but it's getting there. Get a bit crooked there, people. Now I'm going to have a lash at the lock. What I've tried to do. Put that, it's a bit hard to see, it's a bit dark, but tried to put that onto there. Mark it out. Now I'll give it a file up. See how she goes. I'll try and get this end as right as I possibly can. A little bit of mucking around, but if this isn't right, I'm figuring it won't work. Remember, it's going to be polished, so I want it really snug, because when I clean it off, it'll have a little bit more clearance. Anyway, I figure you get the point, you get what I'm trying to do. Like I say, it's a little bit hard to put metal back on high carbon steel. I have made a knife before that I made the fatal mistake of quenching it in water, a little bit severe for it, and it cracked. I needed it in a hurry, so I welded her up, the cracks anyway, and it's held for a long, long time, done a good job, but it's not ideal and I wouldn't recommend it. So quite a bit of tweaking around. So I might skip to the end, show you the end result, because you're probably bored with the old filing by now. I'm not, I love every minute of it. Anyway, 7 days later, if you can see that, I'm not sure about the light again, but never mind. Oh, it's not focused. Focus, you horrible thing. If you can see that in the darkness, it's not too bad. We'll run with that and see if we can get it to work. We'll move on from there. So I've given it a bit of file up and I've just poked these drill bits in here, a bit of slack, see if it'll function, if things could possibly work. And there's, yeah, looks promising. There's a wee bit of movement there because there's a movement in that drill bit. But hopefully once I pin it all together and do what I have to do, it should be right. So that'll go there, lift up, oop, and hold that down there, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Oh, I'm out of focus. There we go. Can't see. Oh, there. So there's the plan, what we're looking at. Hopefully that'll work. So we'll carry on from there, do the next stage. But got a bit of yard work to do, so I'll go and have a go at that at the moment. Come back to that. See you then. So what you saw me just do is cut out that little spring piece for the back. Goes onto the lock, like that there. It's going to go underneath. It's going to need a little bit of refinement because I think it's a bit staunch at this stage. So the next thing I'm going to do is make the liners and get the holes lined up and test fit it so I can work on that spring. So I'm just going to clamp this on here. This is a bit of stainless. Going to be quite a bit of offcut for the first one until I figure out what I'm doing. I'm going to clamp these on here as hard as I can, and then I'm going to go and drill them. So I want that pretty much exactly where I want it. I want to hold it there. Get that in there. Don't want it moving around because that's exactly where I want it to be. And I've got the little back piece that's going to go in there with the spring. I'm going to have to, like I said, I'm going to have to refine that spring down quite a bit because at the moment she's a bit hard, a bit staunch. But that'll happen. So let's go drill. Right, I'm getting ready to drill it. One thing to keep in mind if you're new to drilling stainless steel, you just want to slow down your drill bit. You do not want to overheat it. If it turns purple and gets burnt out, you'll never drill that hole. The other thing to point is, in my opinion, don't drown it in cutting fluid. Use a bit, but not a lot. Right, let's go. It's not going. Go time. Do that up next time, eh? It's never going to work. I'm going to drill the first and make the first liner, and then I'll match drill it to the other one. Cool. So what I've done now, I've drilled out that liner roughly. What I've found is these drill bits are not precision drill bits. So I've opened that hole out a bit, decided to use 6mm stainless for the front pin there, due to the fact of, depending how I do it, I can weld it to that if I feel like it. In here I've got a bit of, I'm not sure what that is, but that one there I'm going to peen over. So yeah, that's working really good. That's really good. So like I've said before, this spring's going to have to be refined. So I'll put that down on there. It's going to go on the back. I'm going to shape that right down, and then I'll shape all this away too, once I've got another liner made, and make it a nice even curve. And that hopefully has got enough in there so it can move down the 3mm that it has to, whoop, roll around and fit up into there like that. Well, that'll be there, or wherever it is. But I'll work on that. I may have to shape some more out of there, we'll see. But that's where we're up to now. So yeah, I'll get those liners roughed out and cut. Righty-ho, I'm back into it. So these are my parts. This is what I've got. I've got these little pins for the end. I've got that piece that holds the spring. Got the blade, as you know. I've cut these out and shaped them a bit. And there's my lock and a little spring there, which I've doofed around a bit. So we'll see how it all goes together. So I'm just going to assemble it and give it a test run and see how she works. Right, it's time to assemble it and just see how the concept worked. Ultimately, that's what I needed to know. Can I do it? And yeah, here it is. So if you can see that in the video, I'm going to put that in the end there. These three little pins move around just a wee bit, but it's nothing. It'll be alright once we tighten her up and get it down finally. It's just roughed out at the minute. Naturally, I'm going to have to do a bit of grinding, sanding, and finish the blade and all that sort of carry on, but here it is at the minute. Get that in there. Oh no, yep. Oh, why won't it go in? They will go in. There we are. Spring gets into there. Probably fitted before. There it is. I've just got a bolt there so I can take it apart. Right, almost there. So far so good, seems to work. Little wee bit in there, which I'm not 100% happy with, but for a first attempt, I'm pretty stoked. There's a lot of things I can work on, but then you learn by doing. I think it's going to be a success, hopefully. I'm going to put some brass bolsters on it, I think, and some wooden handles in the meantime, yeah. It's not too bad. That's a little bit loose, but I think it's because that spring's trying to get out. But once I peen all those over, get in focus. There you go. Once I peen all those over, I don't think that'll be a problem, but we'll see. Yeah. So what have I learned? Yeah, accuracy, man. Accuracy is what you got to do. Simple as that. And yeah, spring tension. I underestimated this strength of that bandsaw blade. So yeah, that's pretty promising so far. So over the week, I think I'll harden and temper and, well, she's come to pieces. I'll harden and temper that. I'll harden and temper that. And I'll shape the blade and harden and temper that. I may show that in the video, I may not, because it's just simple, normal blade finishing and sharpening and hand sanding and all the rest of it. If you want to see some of that, have a look at some of my other videos. And so there we go, on to the next stage. There's a finish up, polish up, and yeah, get it all ready. I'm pretty stoked with that. So yeah, if you've been following along and you've got this far, you'll see where we're at. We've got the old first ever folding blade. And I'm pretty happy with it so far. Works reasonably well. A little bit of refining and a lot of learning, a lot of thought. I haven't actually given a lot of thought to how I'm going to put the handles on, so I'll ponder that over the next week. But I'm going to call it here. I'm going to call it part 1, and after a little bit of contemplation and a little bit more work refining it, I'll come back to you with part 2. So before the battery goes flat on the camera, which is very soon, we'll call it a day for that part, and you can look forward to part 2. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed.